In this video, we're going to take a look at Tennessee. Huge win against Oklahoma. Obviously didn't bring their best game on offense, but defensively played an amazing game. Really shut Oklahoma down, dictated the game all night, and really the final score didn't indicate how dominant that performance was. But we're going to go ahead and dive in. The very first thing we're looking at is just taking a look at the defense and really how they're able to dominate the line of scrimmage. And right here, really early in the game, first play of the game even. I mean, they're running a little bit of a GT. Not sure exactly what they're doing. Mix up here in the backfield. Could be a possible quarterback run or whatever it is. But either way, this center's trying to get back to this end, and he just beats him over the top. There's really no chance of this being a positive play either way. And you see how hard this guy's squeezing. Safety's rolling into the box. Really good read there by the entire defense, seeing that GT, those pullers, and just being strong there at the point of attack. He boxes this thing in. The safety's folding in. End is squeezing everything. And right here, obviously, Oklahoma mix up in the backfield. Huge negative play. Really sets the tone for it. First play of the game. Huge negative play. Lots of penetration there for the defense. Next look right here, and this is on a 3rd and 1. And on this, Oklahoma, they're in an unbalanced set, so you got a tight end over here with their 3 receiver set. And right here, you can see how aggressive they're holding the box and they're holding the point of attack. So right here, end, holding the point of attack. You got a corner that's firing in here, and these linebackers are shooting down. Playing cover 0 right here on 3rd and 1, being really aggressive. And as you see, there is no movement right there. They're stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Linebackers are free to do whatever they need to do, along with that corner that's firing down. Corner fires in, and he just dives at the legs, trying to cut whatever's going on, stop momentum. And there's no momentum to be had right there. Great job there holding the line of scrimmage by that defensive line, allowing those linebackers to run. Gets running back on the ground right there for a negative play on 3rd and 1. Not giving OU's offense any momentum right here. This is right on the fringe of the red zone. So really good play there by the D-line. And then, of course, linebackers corner come in there and clean it up. Here's a look here. Goal line look. This is on a 1st and goal. And they're running basically a power read, but they're running counter here. So counter read. He's pulling the kick. He's pulling the lead right here. Reading his end. If he would have squeezed really hard, they're going to flip it out there, and he's going to be on the edge. They'd make the safety try to run it down. So right here, end's pretty wide. He sits. So the quarterback fakes it. Now he's going to try to run right there up the middle. But here on this one, the big play on this is just how quickly this defensive tackle gets off the football. Not a great job here by the guard covering him up either and keeping him from getting penetration. So right there, that penetration by that D tackle, once he gets that guy put into the backfield, this guard, this puller gets knocked off. And once he gets knocked off, it jumbles the whole thing up. No chance right there to get downhill for those pullers to actually get there and kick and then lead. All of it's just a big mess and a bunch of bodies, and it slows Jackson Arnold down. Really no chance right there for Jackson Arnold based on that penetration from the nose. And right there, of course, once you get slowed down, red zone goal line or really anywhere against Tennessee's defense, they're going to swarm and get you on the ground. And if you look at it, man, that's 5 dudes at the football. They're getting after it right there, running to the football, playing hard, being physical, getting the quarterback on the ground right there on the counter read, thanks to that penetration knocked off the pullers. Right, Oklahoma trying to run inside zone. This is on a 1st and 12. I don't know how the heck you get to 1st and 12. I guess you're on the 4-yard line, half distance. But either way, right here, 1st and 12, just going inside zone, motioning the guy in, trying to kick. And when they motion him in, they end up slanting everybody, and the slant's really what messes up the defense. The center, they're just running inside zone. He should be taking over right here because he ends up being an A-gap player. And once he slants, this D lineman who slants this A-gap from the B-gap, center doesn't see him. You see how heavy he is to this backside. Even he slants to that backside A-gap, and they have no chance. I mean, you got an unblocked defensive lineman. He's making contact 3 yards into the backfield. So right there, 3 yards in the backfield on 2-yard line. We're into the end zone. And then really good job getting him on the ground and swarming right there, holding the edge right here by this linebacker. So really good football play right here. Just a little bit of slant. OU center doesn't see it. And then, of course, finishing. That's the main thing. Those D linemen, if they can finish those running backs in the backfield, a lot of people can get free. I mean, people get free all the time. The O linemen don't mess up, all that stuff. But good D lines, good defenses, they finish. They finish the running back in the backfield just like they do here and get him on the ground for a big safety here. I know it's only 2 points, but turns into a 2-score game and just really continues the momentum that defense has of just not giving OU anything. That's what led them to having 97 yards at the end of the 3rd quarter, which is unbelievable. Just a huge play here for Tennessee's defense, get them on the ground for a safety. Now we're taking a look at Tennessee's defense against the pass, and of course, Jackson Arnold had a lot less success, and they ended up benching him later in the game. But right here on this one, it looks like they're running a power read look where they're just really sprinting out and trying to run a smash. So right there, they're trying to get a rub, and they do a really good job. This is on a 4th and 2. They're trying to get a rub and throw the out route right here, right now to that receiver. They do a great job of fighting through this contact and realizing what's going on here. Once he goes right there, he just hops over the outside. He knows he's got inside help right there. So he takes away the very first option. Now the second option is going to run an out. And again, hey, this is a 4th and 2. So let's go ahead and be aggressive right there. So jump no one option. And then the safety or corner is flying down right there. Not a whole lot of space there either. And right there makes a great play on the football. Just right there, you see how tight that coverage is. Reaches in there. Wide receiver's not extending his arms, or he might have a chance, and right there swats the ball away. Great play there by the corner. Number 3, getting the ball on the ground. Then also making sure there's no chance for a guy catching a tip. Get him on the ground. Once the ball is tipped, no pass interference. Let's go ahead and mollywop that receiver. And right here as well, you see this DN. For whatever reason, they give this DN just a free run, make no like power read. And this tailback is trying to block him. Just a tailback with that angle, trying to block a defensive lineman. Just the sheer mass and just the physics of this isn't going to go well. Now, great job here by the back. I mean, he does drop his hips, and he gets underneath his shoulder pads and lifts. So that's a pretty good collision right there. Great job by the back picking that up. You have a little bit more awareness here. It's almost like he didn't see that guy when that back kind of peeled back to him. Good protection right there, decent protection. But then also, great job here by the backer, speed him up. Don't let him run right here. This is a 4th and 2. Speed him up. Trust the guys on the back end of it, and right here that's what they do. And they're able to get the ball knocked down. Big turnover right there for the defense, and big stop on 4th and 2. Right here on this one, I think they're trying to take a shot, make it like they're going here, and then go to the corner. And it's just a half roll on a little bit of play action, going to pin here. So that's probably a deep corner, really number 1 option, and they probably got a big post over the top here. So if you're just looking at it, that's what they're seeing. I know that looks really jumbled up, doesn't look like a just exact route, but they're really trying to take a shot here. And it's a good job by the secondary, just sitting at home. And I think they're thinking this underneath coverage is going to just kind of chase with that half roll, but it just kind of sees the receivers. And great job recognizing what's going on. And Jackson Arnold, I mean, that dude has no awareness. And right here on this one, easy pick right here by the corner. I think this is a safety that's still over the top. This is number 3. He's a heck of a ball player. He had a really good game. You saw that knockdown in the last play. And right here he just drops underneath that, probably a post corner. And now, huge interception. Again, creating momentum for Tennessee. This is another series where they're getting the ball up close to midfield. And I believe it led to some points. Right here, just getting a little bit of pressure. This is on a 1st and 10. And they're just bringing a 5-man pressure right here. They're twisting right here. Don't stop the penetrator. And you see that momentum that he's getting. Once he gets that momentum, again, the momentum and the physics of a D tackle with 5 yards of running head start on a running back, and he just washes him back into the backfield. So, again, this is physics right there. He's going to move that guy into the backfield, and once he moves that, now he's got to move a little bit, get off the spot, and then great job. They just condensed this pocket, and now it's a party at the quarterback. You got a couple of guys right there around it. You got a spy right here for the quarterback as well, so he gets in on the rush. This is just a really good sack here by the entire D-line, condensing this pocket. After they get that twist, they push that running back basically back into the lap of the quarterback. And now, hey, everybody's just, the angles aren't quite right for the O-line. They've been set into a certain spot, and now that spot is changing because they're getting so much penetration up front or up the middle. It really makes the quarterback uncomfortable. So here's a great look. They had ran this play earlier and got this guy wide open, basically running mesh right there. You're looking 1 to the flats, and then you're going to get a bit of mesh, a little bit of play action there as well. So they try to run it again. They got that guy wide open earlier. And again, hey, this is a 2-point play. And right here, big play of the game. It keeps it a 2-score game. If they score with 1:15 right here, it turns to a 1-score game. So this is a really good stop. But right here, just playing man-to-man, you can see him trying to chase over the top. Even though it is man-to-man, they have an extra guy right here, and he just sits. He sees this guy working across him and take away the number 1 option, which is that guy right there. So, hey, let's sit. They left the DN free for whatever reason. And he starts getting into it. Another thing that was great is that they had that spy. And, of course, this guy was a really good athlete. And, of course, I think he's their quarterback now. I mean, he had a pretty good game compared to Jackson Arnold. But right there, the spy. Great job here being athletic enough to get him on the ground on a 2-point conversion, knowing there's not a lot of space. But right there, he sees all this area. Hey, let's go ahead and condense this. Get in this. Let's close space. So whenever you try to take it off, now you got that unblocked D end, and you got the spy. 2-on-1 right there. Negative play, getting a sack. Great recognition right there that they try to run the same play they had run earlier for a touchdown. That ended up getting called back. Now we're going to take a look at some of the run game. And, of course, Tennessee didn't have just a ton of success offensively, but they had enough success, controlled the football, and they didn't have their fastball. Of course, they weren't just absolutely dominating anything, but they did control the line of scrimmage at times and really get some good runs. And right here on this one, you really got a three-back set because you got two tight ends right here. And right here, it just seems like they're running a counter where they're basing, so he's pulling the kick, that first linebacker, and then he's going to pull the lead. This on a 3rd and 1. So great thing about this is they base the front side. So basically this is the double ISO, kicking, leading. He bases right there to the front side. Don't let them squeeze and dictate where this ball is going to go. So just go ahead and base them. Two pullers right there. There's the kick. There's the lead on the linebacker. This is a safety trying to roll in. Not able to get there quick enough. And great job, hey, falling forward, running through an arm tackle. I mean, right there when they make contact, they end up getting 1, 2, 3 extra yards, almost 3.5. So great job right there. That's a really good run. Now, of course, we do get the first down just based off of the O-line and the way they block. But that running back, he gets 3.5 yards after contact. That's a heck of a run. Here's a look right here where they do get a little bit lucky. They're just running trucks. They're pinning, pulling around there and pulling around with that tackle. And on this one, there is an unblocked guy, but they just beat him with speed, and he ends up getting tripped up. So that's a linebacker. I would say, hey, this receiver got to step in there. That's the guy that we got to end up pinning. That guy disappeared. Don't worry about him. You got to get the first threat right there. But they don't get him. They get lucky that he ends up getting tripped up. They just toss it there on the edge to the short side. You get a kick. That's the fullback that was rolling around. And there's the big tackle that's rolling around on that safety and making a good cut right there. Being patient. Good kick. Put your foot in the ground. Let's get vertical behind that extra cut. Behind that tackle that's getting out in front of us. And now we're rolling on the safety. This is on a 2nd and 3. This is turning into an explosive play again. Making contact. And this is the thing all night. They were just much more physical than Oklahoma on both sides of the ball. Contact, another 2, maybe 2.5 yards. So right there, big play right there on the truck for your Tennessee out of that bunch set. Easy play on a 2nd and 3, getting a first down, getting an explosive play. On this one right here, same formation. As you see right here, a 3-back set. You got your 2 fullbacks. And instead of running ISO, last time they based it, they blocked down. We're going to block to the backside linebacker, block back. Base that right there, so you're going to get a kick. You're going to get a lead. So right here it's just counter. Great job right there, putting an outside shoulder kicking. Lead on the linebacker there. And then the other thing that was really good about this is just the running back. I mean, this back is really good, man. Right here, there's this read to see that he's going to get his front side shoulder, and he slides into that inside gap, lets him filter over the top. Great cut. And then again, here's contact. Right at the line to gain on 3rd and 2. Easy job right there with the counter. But then right here, once there's contact, I mean, we're right at the line, and what happens? He spins off that guy, ducks under another guy, gets an extra, 7, 8 yards right there. I mean, this is a really good run. I mean, we get there to the first down based on the O-line, but then this guy is a heck of a player, makes another 8 yards after contact. So that guy's an absolute dog, and right there, great run, great job getting extra effort on a 3rd and 2. Against what is a pretty good defense. Here's a great call from Tennessee there in a trip set, and right here you see mug down linebackers. Just a 3 front, and they go speed option over here to the wide side of the field. Too high look. He's going to have to roll down into this box. Really hard to stop this on a 3rd and 5. He doesn't really get down in there. So right there playing 2-man. Mug down look. They're going to block there. Looks like they're reaching. Reach. Going from the opposite side right at them. Hopefully we can flip this. And we know if they're being aggressive, we get that thing on the edge pretty quickly, and that's what happens. So speed option against that mugged look, take care of all those guys, and as you see, this old lineman even gets all the way up to that safety that's rolling down into the box, and running back, you know how good he is. He's going to make a cut off of that, falls forward, makes sure the first down right here. This is, of course, right before halftime. Great job, great call right there against that mug down look. Big first down, gain of 7 on speed option. Here's a look right here of inside zone. It could be ISO split zone, really not sure. But right here, Flores in there doubling there all the way out. I would have kept that in the box. He's doubling there to there. He's blocking down. He's in the B gap, so he's probably going to watch that. And to me, it looks like he's scraping for whatever shows up first. Probably thinking this is linebacker because right here, if you're looking at it, his eyes are on that linebacker. And great job seeing 4 firing in there as well. So he just kicks that, leaves his linebacker, and the running back makes him miss right at the line of scrimmage. And then he turns that into a big play. I mean, they get him down about the 1-yard line, but you can see probably shouldn't push this double team out here. You can double team that up right here, double team that there, block down, and you kick. Now you got everybody taken care of. You should be able to get everybody taken care of in the box. You don't have to push that to the outside. He's so wide. And of course, with the splits, this is another thing right here. If you're reading this cat, I might throw that ball out there. I'm not sure why they wouldn't throw the ball out there every now and then, but this is 1st and 10. Rip the ball out there to those wide splits. make those guys play this a little bit more outside the box. But right here, great run, unblocked guys. That inside linebacker, 6, he's a heck of a player. Makes another guy miss right at the line of scrimmage and gets basically everything based on making a guy miss. Really good play by 6. Now we're going to take a look at the passes here for Tennessee and some of the explosive plays they had. And right on this one, they just motion across. And, of course, they like to throw those screens out there a lot. And these guys are being pretty aggressive to get down to it. And right here, motion across, and you see those guys rolling. There's a single receiver over here to the left, and he just runs a bang 8 or a glance there. And right here, it's just straight drop back because there's slide, half-man slide. And he wins with that corner that's probably playing off man. And they rip it to him. Nobody left in the middle of the field. You saw how hard that safety rolled with that motion. Those guys are getting way out of there. This is the only guy that can help that corner. No chance right there on the glance. Just outrun him to the middle of the field. And that is way too much space right there. Explosive play right here early in the game. This is the first quarter. Great throw and catch. Tons of space. Great job being aggressive right there with the play call. And then, of course, again, more physical team. Tennessee's on a lot more aggressive, a lot bigger, stronger team right there. Won the game, and that was Tennessee all night. So right there, really impressive showing just physically for the Vols. Around this one, a little bit of motion here, I think, from the backfield. And right here, you just got a single receiver, and he's just running his choice. Deep choice right there. Middle field is open, so he's got the chance to go to the middle of the field. Safety, for whatever reason, rolling down. This is everybody's straight drop back. If you're reading the tackle, it's very easy to see. It's a hi-hat. There's no reason to get down other than if your eyes are in the backfield and seeing that guy cross. But right there, safety's down. There's the middle of the field is wide open. So right there, corner thought he had some help probably from the safety. But right there, really good play. Not sure it's just a glance or that deep choice, but right there he just wins just speed, playing fast, knowing you're getting the football in that deep choice. A little bit of motion, got those safeties' eyes and everybody rolling and seeing this two-receiver side. Now that single has no help because that safety rolled into the box. Great throw, keeping him on the run. No chance there for 26. Too much speed there for Tennessee. Here's another look of just a shot. And, of course, Tennessee wasn't very consistent in the passing game, but they did create big plays. You see, again, hey, it's a 3-back set. You've got one-on-ones here on the outside. These safeties are really tight, and they like it down here to their single. And, probably a deep choice right there. Middle field is open, but they get over the top of them right there with the release. And right there, easy job. 2 yards, 3 yards separation. Would love to keep our feet right here. We'd probably score. But right there, again, explosive play. One-on-one, the run game, and making them fit the box allows for these one-on-ones, and Tennessee won a lot of those all night. Now, you'd love to win a lot more and turn these into touchdowns and just go ahead and get some distance on Oklahoma. But right here, pretty good throw and catch. Catches it down to the 30-yard line. Explosive play. Dang, we'd love to keep your feet and get to the end zone on that one, though. But, hey, deep choice, one-on-one, 3-back set. Make those guys attack the run with the defense and then go over the top with them like they did. There's a lot of good stuff for Tennessee. And, of course, there were some issues, and the biggest issues were 2 turnovers. So that's really what kept Oklahoma in the game. If they don't turn the ball over, I don't think they score hardly at all. But right here on this one, you got a 7-man protection right here, and you just get a blitz off the edge and get edged right here, and the ball gets out. So tackle doesn't see it. It looks like they're sliding to the left. You got an outside linebacker that's firing down. Obviously, he's got a chance to get there based off of the formation. There's only single here. We got to get our eyes up and see this. Tackle's a little bit late to it. As you see, his eyes still aren't on there. He's just so late to it. By the time he gets to it, all he's got is one arm to put out there. And pretty good rush here. He gets skinny right there and not by. And, of course, right here, trying to get it out. You got one-on-ones all over the place, and Nico's trying to rip it right there. Just really bad job there by the tackle. Something to learn for the young offensive line. Hopefully they can continue to get better with their pro and their eyes. And right here, poor eyes led to a turnover and a chance for Oklahoma to have the ball inside of 10. There's another looking on this one. It's really just a heck of a rush and not just great fundamentals here by the tackle. Right here, 30, a smaller body. He just ducks underneath, and this tackle is just lunging. You see how if you ever get to that spot, you're going to get beat no matter who it is. Right there, he's lunging for whatever reason, and then he just runs through that outside hip. And right here, Nico's got to be strong with the ball as well. So not great by the right tackle, and then not great awareness. Look at how he's holding the ball. He's trying to rip it and put it outside of his frame to try to get it away from him. Man, you got to get this thing away. Sometimes the best play is a sack. Hold on to the football. Those things, hey, right tackle got beat. Let's not turn a bad play into a really bad play and give the ball to the defense. And again, right here, right there on the fringe. We're on the red zone, goal line area. We're about 30-yard line. Given Oakland, you don't have to reach the ball away from that defensive end. Once one of your guys get beat, sometimes you got to try to make up for it and just hold on to the football. Of course, Nico's just a young quarterback, continuing to learn. Super talented, but of course he's not going to be perfect, especially first road game. It was a great experience for him to get the win and then also have a lot of things to coach off of. With all that being said, great night for Tennessee. Going into Oklahoma, Josh Heupel getting a big win, top 15 win, huge for the Vols. I think really solidified that they're going to be one of the more physical teams in the league now. A lot of people would think that they were kind of finessed based off of what they've seen in the past with Josh Heupel and what they believe with the high-scoring offenses, but they're a really good, solid football team all the way around. They're solid defensively. They're really good up front on both sides of the football. They're going to have a chance to win every single game they're in. Now, are they perfect? They're definitely not perfect. Nico's still young, and I think you can probably rattle him, bring some things that he hadn't seen. But this is a really good football team. I think Oklahoma's better than what people give them credit for, especially defensively. And I think with this quarterback that they slid in late in the game, he's going to have a chance to get better offensively as well because that guy's got a pretty good upside to him. He looked pretty dynamic. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can see everything we've got for this college football season. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.